Okay, just to warm up our balance, we're going to do what I call balance progressions, which basically is a really good way to warm up our balance. So start with your feet hip width apart. This is kind of your first position. This is usually pretty easy for people, but we're going to lean towards our left, right, forward, and backward, kind of assess and see how we are on our balance. This is, again, just to kind of see, is this iffy for us today? Is this easy, etc. Next portion of our progressions is bringing both of our feet together, and we're doing the same thing. So lean towards your left, right, forward, and backward. And you can kind of do this a few times. Again, we're just warming up our body. Our body, especially if we've been sitting all day, might not be used to kind of these demanding positions. So we're getting our central nervous system all fired up and ready to do some balance. Okay, good. Next portion of the progression is what I call a half step hold or a semi-tandem hold. So you're going to slightly stagger your feet. Same concept, right, left, forward, backward, nice and controlled. I will say if you are starting to feel like this is difficult for you, I would stay at whatever level is difficult. So if it's a little challenging for you to do it with both of your feet together, that's okay. Stay there. Again, we're kind of assessing where our balance is today. Very nice. Okay, last portion of the progressions is a full heel to toe hold or a full tandem hold. And it's going to be the same thing. So right, left, be careful with this one. This one is pretty challenging. Right, left, forward, backward. Nice and controlled. Nice and easy. Good. Okay. So we got that side. We're going to repeat the same concept on the other side. We'll go through the first two kind of quicker. So again, back to that hip width position. Right, left, forward, backward. That's the first step. Next step, feet together. Forward, backward, right, left, etc., etc. Again, we're going to go through the same thing on both sides. Now we're going to go to that semi-tandem. So you're going to do half step hold, but you're going to do it on the opposite direction, of course. Kind of trying to see that position for yourself. Right, left, forward, backward. You might notice that one of your sides is a little bit tougher than the other one. I know one of mine is too. Just something to notice that one of your legs might be a little bit more weaker when it comes to balance. Okay, last one of these progressions, of course, finishing with that heel to toe hold. Ideally, of course, I always tell people have your hands near that chair in case you do need it to either feather or hold on to and touch it. No shame in that. Right, left, forward, backward. Good. Okay, very nice. So this next exercise we're going to do is called clock taps. So how I always like to conceptualize it is having an imaginary clock in front of you. So 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, etc., all the way around. You're going to pick one leg. I'm going to pick my left leg to stand on to start. So that's going to be my stationary leg. My right leg is then going to be going all the way around the clock. So I'm going to go to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 6. If you're able to get back to 7, go for it. But no shame if you can only get down to 6, that's okay. The idea with this is we're trying to keep about 80% of our weight in the stationary leg. Okay, so I'm not really shifting my weight forward in this position. I'm keeping most of it stationary. That one that's touching the hands is just tapping. Very light tap, okay? Very light tap. Good. And we're going to do this for about 15 seconds, so see if you can go all the way back and around. Good. One more pass wherever you're at on that side. See if you can hold on that leg the entire time. You're going to get a lot of good strength on that single leg that's being stable. Good. Go ahead and take a breath. You probably are feeling a little bit of burn through that side. Luckily for you, we're going to work the other side, so you can rest that one. And same exact thing. It's just going to be counterclockwise if you did do the right leg first. Just going for that clock tap. And again, another reminder, we want about 80% or most of the weight in that stationary leg. So I'm not trying to focus on leaning into it. We will do that in a second in a slightly different variation, but this one we're trying to keep a light tap on that foot. Light tap on that foot. Good. Go ahead and rest. Go ahead and rest. Okay, so what we're going to do next is repeat the same movement, but we're going to do it for agility or quickness. We do agility and quickness stuff a lot in this class. This exercise is going to be no different, so go to that starting foot again, and then what it's going to look like, we're going to do about 30 seconds, same exact movement, but you're going to be quicker. Don't really focus too much on the balance aspect as like keeping most of your weight in one leg. Just focus on about moving that foot as quickly as you can, okay? As quickly as you can. 15 more seconds. Keep going. Fast, 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 fast. Move those feet. Looking good, looking good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's take 3 good breaths together. Make sure we're feeling okay. 1, good. 2, 3, onto the other foot, 30 seconds, same exact thing. We're doing those agility taps, agility clock taps, I should say, but as quickly as possible. So all the way around, trying to be precise in those different planes of motion. Nice and quick, nice and controlled. We got 10 more seconds. Keep moving those feet. Fast, 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 fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Take another couple breaths. I'm going to explain this next one. So we're kind of working in this clock fashion, I should say. We're going to stick with that, but this time we're going to move into what I call balance catches. So this one involves you leaning in multiple directions. We're going to start leaning forward. And what you're going to do, right when you feel like you're going to tip, you're going to bring one foot forward and catch yourself. So the exact opposite of the other one, you are going to put all your weight into that other leg. The difference between what we normally do is I'll just have you guys do it straight. You're going to do it around in the clock. So you're going to lean, catch. That would be 12 o'clock. Lean, catch to 1 o'clock. And then etc. all the way around. So we're really working those different motions of quickness in multiple different planes. If you're not comfortable leaning and going backwards, that's okay. Just stick with kind of that front plane, if that makes sense. So go ahead, about 30 seconds on one leg. We'll repeat on the other leg in a second. We'll just stick with one leg first. Lean and catch. So you're actively leaning. You should feel your center of gravity shift into your toes right before you feel like you might tip. Put that foot out there and catch yourself. Good. We're trying to be quick here. We're trying to practice our quickness is the idea. So lean. It should literally feel like you're going to fall and then catch yourself so you don't fall. That's the idea, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll repeat on the other side. Same exact thing, just with the opposite foot. So we'll start going forward. Lean. Again, I feel all the way to my toes, but right before I'm going to fall, catch. So you're putting that foot out there to catch. Lean, catch. Good. And just the idea, just like with those clock taps we were doing earlier, we're going around in multiple different planes. We're trying to get ourselves used to moving not just forward. We're so used to doing that if we just walk all the time. We need to try to challenge our bodies, getting used to moving in different planes of motion. So forward, side, at an angle, all of them are great. We got 10 more seconds here. Lean, catch. Lean, catch. Excellent. Very nice. Okay, everyone can go ahead and kind of stand behind their chair now. So what we're going to do, and I'll show you behind my chair, and then I might move to the side a little bit. You're going to use your chair legs as kind of a thing to work around. So how this is going to work is you're going to stand on one foot, and then you're going to actively try to move your foot around one of the chair rungs back and forth. So I'm trying to do this without holding on or touching anything. So you're literally going in front and then in front the other way. So I'll show you from the side what this will look like. So in front, side. And this is really just challenging your proprioception and your ability to change that center of gravity with that chair rung. So try to keep ideally your foot off the ground too. That's kind of another catch with this. See if you can do it while keeping that foot in the ground the entire time, or in the air the entire time, I should say. Good. Go ahead and rest. Take a breath. We're going to repeat it one more time. A little bit more volume, a little bit more stimulus. Same leg, same exact thing. We're just going to do 10 more seconds. Same leg, same exercise. 10 more seconds. Good. Go ahead and rest. Very nice. Repeat same movement on the other side. And again, when we're doing these, we're trying to actively see if we can just keep that foot elevated the entire time. That's going to get the most balance work. It's going to get the most strength work through that leg. And again, don't feel like you need to go all the way around. If you're moving your foot around that kind of barrier to any degree, that's going to be challenging your balance. So even if it's just a tiny bit. Good. Okay, go ahead and rest, everyone. Good work. Good work. So what we're going to do for our next one, that was kind of a lot of moving stuff. This next one's just going to be a hold position. So 2 different hold positions. The first one is going to involve our feet together. And then what we're going to do is come up on our tippy toes. And then, as I just mentioned, hold position. So we're going to try our best to see if we can hold nice and tight. That base is being dwindled quite a bit coming up on our tiptoes. And we're going to see if we can hold. Do your best to try not to come back down like I did. I was just demonstrating what not to do. No, feel free to have your hand near that chair in case you need it. Great ankle strengthening exercise. We got 5 more seconds here. Hang on tight. Good. Come on down. Very nice. Same thing on the other direction. This one is slightly more difficult. With those feet together, you're going to bring those toes up a tiny bit. So you're just on your heels. This one, keep your hands near that chair, please. Much more challenging on your balance to stay onto. Do your best, so working that ankle strength as well. 5 more seconds. Good. Go ahead and relax. Okay. So this next one is going to kind of work the outsides of our toes. So we were just working this side of our calves and the back side. This one is, though, we're basically going to tip our feet to the side. So it's working slightly different part of our ankles. Let's go to that semi-tandem hold we were in earlier. So a half step, feet together, half step. And then what I want you to do is to actually come onto the side of your feet. So you're kind of just holding position. It's going to feel really weird. It's going to work different parts of your ankles. Also be kind of challenging on your balance too. Hold this position tiny bit. If you want an extra challenge, see if you can close your eyes with your hands near that chair. 10 more seconds if you want to give it a challenge. Otherwise, just hang on tight. Good. Go ahead and open your eyes if they're not already open. Bring your feet back down. We're going to switch them to the other direction. So semi-tandem hold in the opposite direction. So basically switch which feet are forward. Same exact thing. Once you do that, we're going to tilt your feet onto the side a little bit. So they're going to be kind of on the outer portion of your feet. And this is strengthening our ankle muscles in a way that don't often get strengthened. Plus, it limits your base, so it's challenging on your balance as well. 10 more seconds. Again, if you do want that challenge, feel free to hold on to your chair or near it. Close your eyes. Good. And relax. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, a couple more movements. This next one is going to be a combination movement. So it's going to be a march. That's going to be the first thing. And then after you bring that leg up, you're going to bring the same leg back. And then we're going to do a mini lunge, okay? That mini lunge portion is going to not only work your leg a lot, but it's also going to challenge your balance quite a bit. So have your hand near that chair. Let's go ahead and do the first one together. Bring that knee up. Slowly come back. Bend that front knee a tiny bit, okay? Up, back, slight bend. Good. Try to keep that body nice and straight, up and down, almost like a spring. Up, back, slow bend. Good. 2 more on this side. Up, back, slight bend, up, back. Hold this position now at the back. Hold this position. We're going to bring our hands out in front. We're going to very slowly, very carefully bend towards one side, bend towards the other direction. Good. Come back to the front. Good. Go ahead and take a big breath. We're going to do that one more time on the other direction. I want to give you guys just a little bit of time to recover, though, because that was very challenging. There's a lot of moving parts and a lot of good leg strength. We're going to finish, actually, let's see here. Yeah, we'll finish strong on this one. We're going to do 7 good reps. That's what we did on the other side. So we're going to bring that knee up, opposite knee, and then bring it back. Bend that front knee tiny bit, going for that half mini lunge. Up, back. The slower and controlled you can do this, the more balance work you're going to get, the more strength work you're going to get. Up. This is 4. Good. We got 3 more. Up. Back. Good work, everyone. Excellent. Last one here. Remember, we're holding that position at the back. Hold that position in that split stance. Hands in front once again. Slow rotation towards one side. You can do this holding on with one hand if you'd like. Good. Otherwise, finish that direction. Good. Come up to the front. Excellent job. Let's do a little bit of cool down. First cool down stretch we'll do is just with our hands. Bring it all the way across like so. Good. Other direction. Good. Let's go ahead and stretch our hamstrings out so you can bring your feet together. And then all we're going to do is push our butt back very slightly. Go down as far as we comfortably can. Feeling a nice stretch on the back of our thighs. Taking a big breath in. Big breath out. Gently stand up nice and tall. Good. We're going to reach to the sky now. As high as we can. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. We're going to reach towards one direction now. Big breath in. Big breath out. Other side. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Excellent. Very nice. Go ahead and grab onto the chair. We're going to move into that split stance we were in earlier. Front knee is going to be slightly bent. The back heel we want planted into the ground for this one, okay? We're going to stretch out our calf. Go ahead and push that front knee forward a tiny bit while keeping that back heel in the ground. Take 3 good breaths. Good. One more big breath. Come off that side. Repeat on the other direction. Stagger those feet again. Front knee slightly bent, back heel planted into the ground. We are pushing that front knee forward a very tiny bit. 3 good breaths. Finish that final breath. Come off that direction. Very nice. We are all finished for the day. Excellent work, everyone. Excellent job pushing yourself and getting out of your comfort zone. Good work.